Greetings, fellow traders. Bubblehead here, and it's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Friday, December 27, 2019. And this is brought to you by Positive Trends Research. And before we get started, everything is for educational purposes only and non-investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. All right, awesome. So let's take a look here and see what the market's up to. So again, we got a gap up this morning that quickly faded the gap, right? Filled it, and then is coming up off of it a little bit. We could see on the 15-minute chart here, we had our 15-minute orb, right, which gapped up here, and we could see weakness this morning. We looked at it on the live stream here, and gave a good push down, and filled the gap, and then held some key levels down here that we use. Gave you an inside 15, got back to the 15 orb below, tried to get back in it, and now it's kind of sitting below it right now. So pretty interesting stuff with that. So of course on the radar today is Amazon. So Amazon, after a big move, not surprised to see some consolidation. It did get a nice gap up this morning too, so I mean it's up 25 points, right? And then it gave a quick reversal this morning, gave it an inside 15 right there. Basically held all the pre-market levels this morning, tried to come back up, and it's really kind of chopping in this range here. So if you look at that on the daily chart, you can see we have that gap up, but would not be surprised to see some consolidation. So we can see that 1900 really showed to prove to be some whole number resistance right there, and we saw a scene of a breakdown level right here that we were testing. So that was basically kind of what we were expecting this morning on Amazon. So pretty impressive moves off of that. From there, also, one of the other strong ones this morning was Apple, right? Had a big, gapped up again this morning and was still strong, but gave a huge reversal candle right there. And that kind of gave us a little warning sign that, hey, maybe, although they might be trying to prop this thing up, right, let's use a little caution right here. And we actually had a nice little short opportunity here, had a double inside 15 to get to the 15 orb low, and now we're kind of chopping around those levels right there. So that was pretty cool. And then we have Boeing, which was really funny because this was the weakest of all the stocks, kind of going into the day on our go-to list. And when the market was going down, this thing was ripping, right? So it's just funny how the market does that, right? So it was almost like just an incredible short squeeze to these levels, got through the pre-market box, right, and pushed its way up. Now it's just kind of drifting back down. It's holding this morning's initial trend line, so let's see how that does into the rest of the day. So that being said, we have a few chart requests out there. One is Facebook. Okay, so Facebook goes just double check on the daily chart, right? We're running into some resistance right here. Again, it's having trouble getting over that level, right? So, but in general, you can see exactly what happened. Here's that major resistance zone right here, right? Came back up, was gapping up nicely, and then really rejected it right at the open. Gave an inside 15 for a pop. Now it seems to be holding this geometric line here to the downside. So definitely keep an eye on that. Another interesting one that we haven't looked at in a while. We looked at it last night, but Costco. Trying, right? Got a resistance level right here into the cloud, so let's see if that continues to hold. And then, of course, we have a 15 orb down this morning, but really just kind of choppy in those levels. Actually, looks like a bear pennant almost with that, but we'll see. Costco's Costco, so it can definitely switch things around a little bit. And then next we have Twitter. So Twitter, again, also struggling with some resistance levels this morning into the cloud. So just having trouble, holding on to any strength right here. But decent reversal move today. Tagged the 15 orb low and kind of came off of that. So right now it's still kind of below those orb levels. And last one on the chart request right here. This is an interesting one. We've been looking at this on the live streams at night. Work, pretty interesting stuff right here. So big consolidation move, lots of horizontal channels right here. Yesterday was a great close, and I love the increased volume on it. Came back down a little bit, but starting to get back towards the highs again, so that's looking pretty good. Has a closing gap right here that it may want to test. And let's just take a look at the price action right here. So there's your first move down. Then you had an inside 15 at the 15 orb low. Got a nice bounce to the 15 orb high. Now it's kind of consolidating up in these range right here. I'd like to see it get over 22.16 today, right? And then see if we can get a little bit of move to the upside there to try to work on that gap fill and try to get some more strength going on that. But this is definitely one that should be on the radar, over the next couple weeks. So good stuff, guys. Great chart requests. I hope everybody has a safe rest of your trading day. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.